Hello everyone, Yusuke Wada, president of YEY in Japan. What my company does is a system integrator specializing in funeral business in Japan. And what I want to say today is in 2 days, um, NFDA, National Funeral Directors Association, is having an online international convention in somewhere in the United States under Central Daylight Savings Time. Yeah, CDT. All right. What's going on is that there are going to be a lot of people attending. Like last year, I visited the one in Chicago in person with a friend of mine to see what's really going on in not only in the United States, talking to people and how the business is. This was just before COVID-19 really broke out as an epidemic. And luckily, we were able to travel around and find out what's really going on and talk to people. And this year, it's going to be online. And now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be attending from here in Japan on Japan's 1 a.m. time, or no, probably about 11 p.m. time on the 20th. And we're about 13, 14 hours ahead of Chicago time, Chicago Central Time. So I'm going to be attending that, and I'll be updating you on it. And what's going on here right now in Japan is that the markets itself is shrinking. Well, for many, for some, it's going up for a simple reason. It's the amount of people who wants to do this kind of funeral or that kind of funeral. For people who wanted to do a large funeral, they cannot have that. Well, they're reluctant because of COVID-19, trying to they might catch that. So you don't want to come into a crowded place and was full of people. So what they have to do is the undertaker needs have to do is segregate all these people into a different sector, and or use a extremely large funeral parlor halls, and definitely keep a social distance, which is very hard actually. And what happens is in Japan, uh, before the service starts, there are a lot of gatherings. It's also a lot of the wake, starting from the wake, a lot of people gather around. And after the wake, if it matters where you are or what kind of service you're having, the people, the family will treat you with a food meal, saying thank you for coming, and you go back. But these food offerings are really gone now. We serve them. Well, some people serve them with a bento or take away uh, food boxes, bento boxes. And other than that, everything is stopped. And a lot of a lot of people are coming to becoming a small. They're becoming a smaller, having smaller services, and just with family services, where they gather around 20 or 30, maybe maximum 50, and they come and go. But we all know that the service is needed for um, for the deceased, of course, and we don't want to just have it cremated for nothing. Oh, by the way, in Japan it's 99.999% cremation, and we've got one of the best crematoriums in the world because it's so advanced, and it's high tech. And a lot of people are having awkward days of not being able to have a real service. But there are ways of doing service, real rituals, without big bucks that needs to be paid. And these companies are doing well in Japan right now. It's not that you don't need so many people, you don't need so many staffs. You just need a good hospitality. This is how people are going. And the way it is, Japan is changing. But what's needed to do, what's need to be done is funeral directors needs to gather, unite, and share more information what's going on because of no one's really knowing what's going on. And one of the groups that's doing seminars and all that is TSO International that organizes ENDEX, ending industry services. That's going to be in November 24, 25, 26 in Tokyo Big Site, Aomi Hall. The new hall that they just made a couple of years ago due to the Olympics. So please join us. That convention in Japan will be held, definitely being held, and next month, the real one. It's not a virtual expo, and I'll be there in the booth of Nihon Soso Bunka Gakkai, which is the studies of funeral culture of Japan. This is the only academic group that do research on funeral services from the past, present, and future. And I'll be there 3 days, probably somewhere wandering somewhere else as well. But please join us at the Tokyo Big Site, November 24, 25, 26, and you have to pre-register that. And the registration will start probably soon next month. See you again. Thank you very much for listening. Bye-bye.